Good morning, people. It's Gino here from realeverydayenglish.com. I know I said I wasn't going to make another video until 2021, but I'm out walking this morning and I just want to show you guys a little bit of what this area might look like in the winter. I do lots of outdoor recording during the summer, so you get to see the green trees and all that kinds of stuff. But today, as you can see, we've had some snow over the last couple of days. It's not really thick snow, it's not really heavy snow, but it's still snow, and the snow is kind of frozen, so it's almost like ice now. You'll hear when I walk on it. Listen to the crunch. So that crunch that you can hear in my footsteps is a very different crunch to the crunch that you hear when it has only just fallen. It's more of like a compression sound. Anybody who lives in a country where they get snow will know what I'm talking about. The sensation of walking on fresh snow is completely different to walking on snow that has been falling for a few days and has turned into ice. But for those of you who don't live in countries where you experience snow or get to see snow, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to record today's video, just to show you, because it's a beautiful thing, especially when it's only just fallen. Everything gets covered in white and it just looks absolutely beautiful. Now it is absolutely freezing today. The temperature is, I'm going to say it's below zero. Maybe if it's not below zero, it's going to be 1, maybe 2 degrees. You can see the canal is actually frozen. So if I just walk to the edge, but I need to be careful because the ice, it makes it slippy. So I might slip and fall in. Hopefully I won't do that. So you can see there's bits of ice actually in the canal, all different shapes and sizes, and you can see at the back end it's completely frozen. The reason why you can see the water moving here is because the ducks have been swimming. You can see there's some ducks up the thing there. So as the ducks swim and walk on it, they make the ice break, and then you can see the water underneath. Let's have a look over this ledge here. See through these iron bars. These are rusty, look. You can see the rust. They need a good paint, but you can see the ice is formed on it as well. This is really cold. Whew. It actually hurts your hand to hold onto it like that. I can't hold it. Ah, wow. It makes all your hands start really hurting. But you can see down there, this piece of water isn't frozen. So that water down there is still flowing, still liquid. And then you've got the fields over there, fields and bushes. It's quite foggy as well, so you haven't really got a long viewing distance. The visibility is quite reduced due to the fact that it's quite foggy. And you can see the sky looks really grey. Earlier this morning, when I first came out, you could actually see the sun behind the clouds, and it was glowing like a white sun. Sometimes at this time of year you get that. It's different than in the summer, obviously, because in the summer you can see the sun unless it's cloudy. But during the winter, I think it's because the clouds are really low today. The clouds are really low, so when it's like that, and you get the sun behind it, especially when it's all snowy, the sun tends to have a white appearance to it as well. Morning, how you doing? Another thing you'll notice that's different as well from in the summer is that there aren't any leaves on the trees. You can just see the branches, because obviously during the autumn or in the fall, as the Americans say, we lose all of the leaves. But you can see it really is just like a winter wonderland here today, and I just wanted to show you it. When the snow actually first falls, all of these trees will look a lot more white than what they do now, because the snow falls onto the branches and it gives the appearance of the white trees. Look, we've got 2 ducks. Hello, duckies. The ducks are swimming. Can you see how they're swimming? So in the line where the ducks are swimming, the ice is broken. I don't know how they do it. It must be really cold in that water. Really, really, really cold. I like the winter, I really do. I like how it looks when it snows. Do you know something? We haven't had snow for a couple of years. and I've been waiting for it. And although this is not as deep as we can get it, it's still nice to see. I remember when I was a child, sometimes it used to snow so heavily that you would almost get snowed in. So as the snow fell and piled against your house, sometimes it would actually start piling up against your doors. So in order to get out of your door and get out of your house, you'd have to shovel away the snow. And then obviously you get the snow ploughs out on the roads. But one thing about the UK here is that we're not very well prepared for the snow. Even though we know that there's a possibility we could get it every year, we just aren't very well prepared. It tends to cause a lot of chaos on the roads. A lot of people can't get into work. It causes mayhem on public transport. We use the word public transport to describe buses, trains, anything of that nature that runs around the town and is funded for the public, so we call that public transport. So yeah, it causes all kind of mayhem. But I really can't describe to you how cold it is here right now. My thighs, this bit of my leg, this is the thigh. So my thighs are really cold, and I've got a jacket, I've got a bob hat, I've got jeans, I've got my walking boots, but I still feel really cold. You can see up there in the distance there's a caravan. Can you see that? You can only just make it out because it's foggy, but there's like a white mobile home. We call that a caravan. And over there's actually a train line. I can actually hear a train running right now. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but I can hear the train in the distance. The snow is beautiful. I really love walking in the snow, like the footsteps that it creates, the noise. It's really good. And another fun thing to see as well is when people have pet dogs, or even pet cats as well to a certain degree, because snow here, although we can get it, it's not a common occurrence, okay? So we don't get it all the time. So there's nothing more funny or wonderful to see a dog when it very first sees the snow. Because you've got to think about it, if a dog's been a puppy all the way through the summer, it's never seen the snow. And then when you see people out walking the dogs with the snow, the dog just runs round in a circle like crazy, biting the snow, rolling in it. Or sometimes you'll see cats, like my friend. She has 2 cats, and she uploaded a video to Facebook yesterday which showed her 2 cats out in the back garden, and they were both of the cats were just stood there like looking really confused, pawing the snow, just really not knowing what was going on at all. It must be confusing to them, you know, because they have no conception of what it is. They just see all this white, really cold stuff all over the floor, and they don't have a clue about what it is. But it is really fun to watch and witness. I hope that for those people who do live in countries where you don't get to experience the snow, I do hope that one day you get to travel and experience that if you haven't done so already. Because don't get me wrong, you know, I like the sun, I like the warmth, but there's just something really beautiful about these kind of conditions. Even though you get a runny nose, that's one thing that happens when you come out in the cold. Your nose will start to run, your face will turn all red. You need a bob hat on, like I've got here. I've got a bob hat on just because of the fact that it's really cold. You know, if I was to turn out and come for a walk with no bob hat on, especially due to the fact that I haven't really got any hair, I'd be in serious trouble, you know. My ears would just feel like they were going to absolutely drop off. So yeah, you need to wrap up warm, that's what we say here. So when the weather's cold and you need to put lots of really warm clothing on, we have a phrasal verb for that, and it's to wrap up or wrap up warm. So you'll often hear parents say to the children things like, if you're going out in that snow, make sure you wrap up. I'll make sure you wrap up warm. That's another fun thing about the snow as well. For those people who have children, obviously children absolutely love the snow, as you can imagine. So, for example, this hill isn't probably the best example because there's a lot of growth on it. But let's say that this hill was smooth and it was full of snow, then obviously you can get little plastic sleds, snow sleds or snow sleighs to go down the hill. So the children sit on the sled and then you push them down the hill and it shoots down in the snow. Another fun thing as well is to obviously make a snowball. I'll try and do that now, but my hand is going to freeze. So this is ice, but a snowball is when you grab some of the snow, make a ball out of it, and then you throw it at somebody, and we call that a snowball. So and the act of two people throwing snowballs at each other, we describe as a snowball fight. The other fun thing that children like to do in the snow is to obviously build a snowman. So that is where you roll a big massive ball of snow and then you roll another one which is a bit smaller and then another one which is a bit smaller, stack the three on top of each other with the biggest at the bottom, and then you put stones and a carrot for a nose and make a mouth and it looks like a man, and you put sticks in the side of it. That's it for this week's video, people. This video, should I say. I just wanted to show you the conditions. Until the next video, take care, bye bye, ciao.